Good morning, everyone. This is Felice with Real Talk with Felice, your food gangster, and I am here at the Charlotte Regional Farmers Market with A.H. Wright Baking, and I'm telling you, I'm going to review her next ones. I'm going to review the brown sugar pound cake, and I'm going to review her red velvet cake, and I'll let you know how that was. But last week, I got her cranberry orange pound cake, and I got the pineapple coconut cake. My husband loved that one. We came back for that one. And then I love the pound cake. But I want to show you why her pound cakes are so good. So when I get back home, I'm going to show you why it's so good. So can you tell everybody your name?
Alexandra Wright, and this is my mother, Diane Wright.
Hi. So tell me, Alexandra, tell me about your journey. Like, how'd you get here? And why entrepreneurship and why baking?
I have always baked. I baked with my great-grandmother, and so she lived in Chicago, and I would go there in the summer times, and we would just bake. I think it was something to keep me busy, and I loved it, and so I always baked on and off throughout, college and everything. And I remember when I was in college, I was a computer science major, and I was working at this village pantry where I baked the donuts. I sat out of school, now they call it the gap year, but I sat out for a while, worked 11-7 baking donuts, and I looked around, I said, I could have me a bakery. I'm gonna change my major to accounting so I can learn business, and so I can know how to have me a business later. And it was when I was at Bank of America, they sold our group. I was in CMBS and they sold our group off, and then that was like, I was out of a job. And I interviewed and I said, if I don't get this last interview, I'm gonna just start me a baking business. And that started in 2014. I set up my corporation, went down that road, did my financials, did my proposals, got certified under the North Carolina Agriculture, and went down the journey, got a commercial kitchen, and then I've been coming out here every Saturday doing the business since 2016.
So that's 7 years. And how long have you been in business?
Since 2014.
So 9 years you've been in business. And what would you say to people who are starting out, who want to do this type of thing? They want to have a bakery. What's the one thing they should know?
First of all, I think you have to, I always listen to Dane and John, that power of growth. Just start small. One thing about Charlotte, it's a good place to start a business. There are low barriers of entry. So, if you do some sleuthing, I knew I wanted to do a food business. So when I decided in 2014, because I went and bought a food truck, I thought I was going to do a food truck business, but I was like, I'll do food, but I always kept coming, and I'll add some desserts to it. And then I kept thinking about it. I was like, why don't I just do my bakery like I said when I was in college? So if you have a passion to do something, just start small, and I think the best thing is to know that if you want to work with people, figure out what you want to do. I knew I was good with people because I don't know. I like to get to know people, know more things about people. And then I had a passion for baking and cooking. So find out what your passion is and start small. Just take small steps to know about, your industry, what do I actually need to just get going in the industry. I knew I needed to form some kind of company. I knew I needed to figure out pricing and how to do all of that. So I just took my time, and just being at this market kept me small. It kept me where I could grow in it. Because when you start a business, but then there are levels. I had to figure out, first it was just me and my mother doing everything. And then I started, you feel like something that the kicking you was okay, now I need to add some people to it. And so then you got to figure out, okay, so now I have to make sure whatever I do, I can teach other people to do it. And so then when you're teaching other people to do it, how can they do it just like you? And then how can you make them want to come back and work for you?
Right.
So all of that is a process. We've been going through this process where I've been adding on people here, teaching you how to do this while I'm still doing everything in the back. Know your business from the bottom up. You know, any job in my business, I should be able to, I could do it by myself. I don't need to go and get a consultant to do this, to do my financial statements. I don't need a consultant to help me formulate my corporation. I don't need a consultant or somebody to do banking or do this or understand how to do distribution. Everything you should be able to know how to maintain and do this yourself so you can teach other people to do it.
So, what's your secret sauce? Because this is my second time coming out, and you have a steady trail of people who they know you, they love your fares, your wares. So, like, what's your secret sauce? Do you tell people, or what is it?
I think people tell people. Like Alicia told you.
Right.
So now you're here talking to me. Right. I think people talk to other people. Like, I don't know if I'm in your face. I follow a lot of people, a lot of bakers in Charlotte. And a lot of them have a whole bunch of followers. They got brick and mortars. I'm sure that, you know, they are maintaining very well. But I think we're able to sustain because, one, we're smaller, so we can move when we kind of need to move with change. And then another thing is we good with people. Like, a lot of people come, I'm here, I own the business, but they're looking for my mother when she's not here. They like, where's your mother? And then when she's here, they love to see her. So I think it's just a piece, like, they like us, our personality. And then another thing is that when I'm baking, I know everybody watch their weight or watch what they going in their body, but we really try, even though we make baked goods that are sweet and savory, we really do try to use good products. You know, we are bakers, so we don't go and buy a box of graham crackers to make our cheesecake or a box of Oreos. We make everything. Wow. And we make sure whatever product we're making, that is really good product. Like, we make our popcorn, we use non-GMO, popping corn. Right. Or if we're making our coconut pineapple cake, when we buying pineapples, we roasting them, and then we're going to get some organic coconut. You know, we use cane sugar in our products. So we're using good product, and people eat whole product. I mean, my great-grandmother ate cake every day, and she lived to 100 years old and had no problem. Wow. But she didn't eat a lot, but she would have her slice of something. So, you know, that's, I think, what it is our product is good.
Thank you for sharing that, because you know, that's what I was getting to, because your product is good. I had to call Alicia. I didn't call her yet. I wanted to tell her in person, but I told Quincy. I said, that pound cake was the bomb. My husband ate his cake quick, okay? I saved mine.
Oh, look at you. You saved
Hey, down there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you for sharing your journey, and thank you for what you're doing and operating in your magic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
So please come out and support at the Farmers Regional Market with Alexandra, A.H. Wright Baking, and Mama Diane. And I'll let you know, the Food Gangsta is going to let you know what I think about the brown sugar pound cake. Yes. See you soon. Bye. Hello, everyone. This is your Food Gangsta Felice. And if you saw my video, you noticed that I went by A.H. Wright Bakery at the Charlotte Regional Farmers Market this morning. And today I picked up her red velvet cake that I'm going to review. So here it is right here in its packaging. Does that not look beautiful? And then I also picked up her brown sugar pound cake. Let's look at it. And I hope you don't think that it's only desserts that I enjoy, because I enjoy food, period. That's why I'm the food gangster. But lately, it's just been the desserts mostly that I've been able to, the dessert people that I've been able to interview, which is fine. We're going to get to the food too. Okay. So I think I'm going to try the brown sugar pound cake first. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to let you know what I think. Now, y'all, if you are in the Charlotte area, please go out to the farmer's market. She's there from 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays. Definitely Saturdays. I don't know if she comes out there on Sunday, but I do know that the farmer's market is open Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 5. But I definitely know that she's there on Saturdays at 8 o'clock in the morning with her mother, Lady Diana. Hi, Mama Diana. And so now she's got this vacuum seal, so I'm gonna have to cut it really fine because I don't want to eat all of it today, because I like to have a nice dessert after dinner on Sundays. What about you? I try to get my sweets in. I'm getting ready to lie. I would love to get all my sweets in on the weekend and on Saturday, but I haven't been too good lately. I've been sneaking in sweets during the week. So I have to stop that, honestly. But I try not to lie, y'all. Okay, so this thing really is vacuum sealed, but that's okay. I'm gonna make a way so that I can go back. So here I go. So I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but I want you to see as I take off a nice piece what the texture looks like. So let's look at this. This is the topping. Can you see that? Look at that richness. This is the brown sugar pound cake. And then as I turn it around, look at that. You see that moistness? So here I go. Has anybody ever had a brown sugar pound cake? I've never had brown sugar pound cake before. This is delicious because the density is just right. It's sweet, it's buttery, and it's got pecans hidden in between the cake. And again, y'all know I enjoy a pecan, don't I? But this brown sugar right here, ooh-wee, this is the hit. That's delicious, and it's moist. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it starts to melt, and then it's got the nice little flaky crust around the edges that complement and add to the texture. Because you know, a pound cake needs a really good, nice, flaky edge. Don't you think? Well, at least I think. Okay. Now, a nice hot cup of coffee with a good creamer. That's going to really pair this well. So if you go out there, make sure you ask her if she has the brown sugar pound cake. But go on her website, because I think she changes her menu every week so that you know for sure what she has out there and available. You come out there looking for brown sugar and you get mad at me and said, Felice said you had brown sugar and it wasn't that Saturday. So go on her website, check the menu first to make sure you know what it is she's going to have available that Saturday. Okay. So now to the velvet. All right, that's in the package, but I'm going to take it out the package so that you can see it a little bit more closely. And oh boy, I love a good red velvet, and I'm talking about a red velvet that isn't just dyed red and it's actually chocolate cake, because I had a really authentic, good velvet cake. And velvet cake, red velvet cake, does not taste like chocolate. It's got a distinct flavor that I'm going to tell you the truth, I don't know what that flavor is, but it's not chocolate. And a real red velvet has its own distinct taste. So as I remove this just slightly, because you see, remember, I like to have a nice dessert on Saturday. And I share. I'm a food gangster, but I'm a food gangster that shares, okay? So I'm gonna let you see this outside of the packaging. Can you see that? Look at that rich redness. That's beautiful. And I'm one of those people, as you can tell, and I repeat stuff, I'm all right. I don't like it too sweet. I just want enough to satisfy my palate, and I'm good, okay? So here I go. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the side, right? Oh, right now it is so moist just from me pulling it up from the side, along with the, oh, wait till I show you this. Ooh, wait, and forgive my fingers, okay? I got in there. Look at that. I just went on the side. Look at that. You see that? And look at the, oh, look at that. You see that richness? Okay, here we go. That's it. That's beautiful. And it does have the distinct flavor that I'm talking about, because this doesn't taste like chocolate. I know chocolate cake. This is red velvet cake. This is real red velvet cake. And it's moist. It's not too sweet. If you can see the sour cream frosting, it's just right. It almost looks like whipped cream. Now, that's my favorite. Because I really do like, I know, because for some of you really good connoisseurs who likes dessert, y'all like the real frosting. I like whipped cream frosting because it's light. Remember I said I don't like things too sweet. So I like whipped cream frosting because it adds some texture, but it's not too sweet. So a lot of frostings are too sweet for me. But if you can see this, do you see how whipped this is? It doesn't look real thick, but this is frosting. It's not whipped cream. That is frosting. That's good. Okay. So, A.H. Wright Bakery. It's a hit for me. And I hope y'all don't get jealous, because this is going to go with my Sunday dinner. And I got some fresh green beans from the farmer's market. I don't know about you, but there's something about fresh vegetables that helps me to really have a satisfying experience. Like, and don't get me wrong, if I don't do fresh, I go to frozen and then I go to canned. And my mom taught me a trick with canned vegetables, how to make it seem and pop and fresh. That's for another video. But I got some fresh green beans that I am going to have accompany some meat that we're going to make tomorrow, because my husband really is the cook. But I cook too, but he really, like when it comes to meats, he's phenomenal. So please support A.H. Wright Bakery. Go down to the farmer's market if you live in Charlotte locally. Go to her website, because I do know she ships, and have an experience like I just did. And please, you know, I always want to hear from you about when you go, what was your experience like? Did you like it the way that I did, or better? Like, I'm okay with that, because I share, remember? Okay, so this was your food gangster Felice talking about A.H. Wright Bakery, and she's magical. So thank you for going on this tasting
history with me, and I hope you experience it too. Have a good one, everyone.